Good morning, my lovely friends. Today I would like to talk a little bit about what I do to raise my Kundalini every day. This is my daily Kundalini routine. Other YouTubers might do their daily morning routine. This is my daily awakening Kundalini routine. So, I have had the same routine since before I can remember. I have 3 children and my oldest son is 22. And even when I was in high school, actually, so even before he was born, I was going to say I can remember having the same routine when he was a baby, but even when he was born, before he was born, when I was in high school, I would get up in the morning and do yoga and meditate. That's always been a part of my everyday routine. I've had weeks here and there where I skip those things for whatever reason. I've been not perfect, so I can't say that I've been every single day that's what I do. But for the past maybe, 10 years, it has been pretty much every day. That is, I wake up and I do meditation and prayer and some kind of yoga routine, even if it's only 15 minutes, which a lot of days it has to be because I have a life. But I'll start before I even get out of bed. This is what I do every day. The alarm goes off. I always hit snooze. And like entrepreneurs and bigwigs in their company will tell you never to hit the snooze button. And usually I would agree, but for me, that snooze button gives me 8 minutes. I have it set to 8 minutes of time to lay in bed and be thankful for everything in my life and to remind myself that I'm awake and alive and I already have everything that I need. So I lay there for 8 minutes and I just think of everything I'm thankful for, and much more than that, I just feel gratitude for just being alive. The 8-minute timer goes off and I go downstairs and make myself a cup of tea. I have chai tea because it's my favorite, but whatever is your beverage of choice, I guess, would work. I'm a health freak, so my turmeric chai is the anti-inflammatory stuff that I love. Anyway, so I get my tea out and I journal. And I always journal my intentions for the day, kind of my overall big vision for my life, and then how I'm going to live that day. And the overall vision for my life is very much based on the ideals that I want to live. So I include in there, like I have, that I want to be a certified yoga teacher, that I want to be a certified Reiki teacher, Reiki instructor. So I do have goals, but most of it is like I want to be my highest self. I want to love without any fear or whatever it is, but a lot of it is more like who I want to be. And that's very brief. It's only like 2 paragraphs that I write in my journal. That's the first thing that I do in the morning. And then I intend my day. And that can sometimes, depending on the day, be a little bit longer of a process. And sometimes I'm like, I intend to receive the money owed to me from blah, blah, blah. And sometimes it's specific, but other days it's like, I intend to feel joy and love today. Whatever it is, that works for me on that day. I'm very flexible with this. There are no hard and set rules. It's just, I write the vision for my life, which is usually the same every day, and I intend my day. Then I meditate on that. I spend about 24 minutes meditating on my vision and what I intend for the day, and I rehearse it in my mind. And I follow Joe Dispenza. He has a great morning meditation that is phenomenal. Just look him up, Joe Dispenza Morning Meditation. It's a downloadable thing. You might be able to find it on YouTube. I doubt it, but you can try. So I do that meditation, and that is just super helpful, but really you don't need that. You can just listen to music and imagine your day, imagine your life the way that you want it. I'm not big into or I shouldn't even say that I'm not big into it. I don't get hooked on things. And when I do, I try and notice. So if I'm like, if I notice that I'm writing down my vision for my day or my intentions for the day, and I'm getting really like, I want this, then I usually will kind of spend some time with that, and I will eliminate the need, meaning like I'll focus more on, well, if it doesn't happen, I'm still grateful because I'm still on my path, and that would just mean that there's something better out there for me, and I get into a state of being okay with whatever happens. To me, it's very important not to have those kind of attachments. It's just me personally. That's how I feel. And then I do yoga. And this is all at like, 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm doing yoga before my kids get up, usually. Sometimes that changes a little bit and I'm doing yoga a little bit later. But I get my yoga done. Got to move my physical body. And then I have breakfast, which who cares? The only thing I'll say about my eating routine is that I try and eat as cleanly as I possibly can. I'm a little obsessive. Everybody kind of makes fun of me about it. It's just who I am, who I've been for a very long time. I eat organic, clean, healthy, green plant foods and nuts. It's pretty much my diet. So moving my body and doing yoga, I feel like it's very important because it's easy to get caught up in spirit and neglect the body, but the body is spirit, and the body is, to me, my temple. It's what I've been given to work with in this world and on this earthly plane. So I make sure that I take care of it. It's as important to me as spirit. And actually, maybe even part of my spiritual routine, part of honoring my spirit is honoring my body through yoga. And then I go into my day. I bless my day, and I get my kids ready for school, or my son anyway. And then when he leaves, I have time to meditate. And right now in my life, it's pretty open for the most part. So I do a chakra meditation where I bless each chakra. I just breathe into it and I expand it, and I imagine that it's expanding outside of my body, and I feel that. So I feel the energy field around the chakra getting bigger, and I pour love into it. So I just feel love in each chakra, or I'll feel gratitude or joy or whatever it is. And I kind of seal it, or I put into it a Reiki symbol that represents increased power. To me, you can use any symbol that works for you. You don't even have to bless the energy centers, bless the chakras, whatever it is that you want to do. I just have found this to be the most helpful meditation in my life, is clearing out all of these energy centers, all of these chakras, and pouring love into them. Then I usually pray, and I just am thankful for everything, and I kind of give my life over to God or to the universe. I'll just say, I surrender it all to you. I give you everything. I know that you've got my back, basically, and I just feel the feelings of what it is to trust in that. So surrender it all, trust in it completely. And then usually my day is kind of full after that, so I'm like running errands or hanging out with my fiance or getting some work done on other projects, whatever it is that I'm doing. I am, whenever I can remember, which is quite often because I've been putting this into practice for about a year now. So it's become easier and easier to remember and stay conscious of this. I try and focus on my heart and breathing in and out through my heart and feeling gratitude and love in my heart. So as I'm going throughout my day, I'm in line at the bank and I'm breathing in and out love through my heart, and I'm just saying over and over again, thank you, thank you. and I'm driving to pick up my daughter from school, and I'm thinking, thank you, and breathing in and out through my heart. So that is something that has been huge, huge, huge. That's something that I carry with me all the time, that when I am on my game, and I remember to do that, my day goes from like shitty to awesome, or from okay to amazing. The breathing through the heart is not something that I ever have to stop and do. It's something that is moving with me, and it's dynamic. And, you know, I'm talking with my fiance, and I'm noticing that I want to, like, as he's talking, I notice that I have something to say, so I want to, like, interrupt him. And I'm, like, waiting until he's finished. And I have to remind myself, okay, come back to my heart and breathe in and out. Just be here with them and listen. So that's amazing. That's part of my everyday routine. And then the other thing that I do a lot of is a different breathing technique that I do when I have time. Like if I'm, I don't know, waiting for my kids to get ready and I'm feeling a little bit frustrated because it's taking them 10 minutes and I'm ready to walk out the door, instead of like freaking out. I usually do this whenever I have to wait for anything, or I have like downtime and I don't know what to do, like 20 minutes between appointments and I can only sit in my car or anything like that. The normal times when I would get frustrated because I have to wait around, I'll take a few minutes and I'll start in my root chakra at the spine. So not in the actual like ball chakra in your perineum, in my perineum, but in my tailbone. I'll start by focusing my attention there, and I let the breath out. I let all of my breath out and focus on my tailbone. And then as I'm breathing in, slowly and deeply, I'm doing it right now, I imagine that the energy is moving up my spine. And I don't imagine it like visually. It's not a visualization. It's actually feeling the sensation of energy moving up my spine until it comes to my crown. And when it gets to my crown, I stop, I hold my breath for a minute, and I push the energy to my crown. And then as I exhale, I feel it move back down to my root chakra. I hold my breath and I push the energy through my root chakra, and I just do that over and over again. And I will tell you, holy shit, this breath technique, it almost makes me feel stoned. Like I actually get, I don't know, like totally in an altered state. No matter what kind of mood I'm in, I could be in the crappiest mood, ready to kill somebody, which doesn't happen that often anymore. But if I'm just irritated or whatever, and I'm at a 2, feeling crappy at a 2, this will bring me up to a level 10, feeling like on top of the world. It elevates my mood, and it's also, in my opinion, kind of inviting the Kundalini, showing it what you want it to do. So that's very intentional. The other thing that I do is I practice kindness. This is something that is a very practical, real thing that I do in the world, where I kind of take myself outside of myself, and I want to live in a way that supports others and helps them to get what it is that they want. So it's kind of like coming outside of myself, and I'll think of like my daughter or my fiance, and what do they need and what do they want, and how can I give to them in a way that will feel good for them. And that is, the Kundalini energy is life force energy. It wants to support life. So the kindness and the service that I do raises this energy up, and I can actually feel it. On the days that I'm able to do that, I feel the energy moves more freely. And the last thing, a couple more things actually. One of the things that I do is when I feel like the energy is moving a lot, and I can feel a lot of electricity or whatever the sensations are that I know are Kundalini, I will take, even if it's just 11 minutes, and I don't know why I can't just be 10, but whatever, however many minutes I have, and I'll lay down and I'll just talk to the Kundalini energy, and I'll say, okay, have at it. Do whatever it is that you need to do in my body right now. Move wherever you need to move. Be in me and purify me. And I'll just lay there and I'll just breathe, and I won't try to do anything, and I'll let the energy move around, and it does. And I can feel it going to everywhere in my body and doing whatever it is that it needs to do. And sometimes when I do that, I'll experience the kriyas, which are the involuntary movements that happen during meditation when this energy is moving around. But that is very helpful. The thing with that I do need to kind of warn you about is that the energy won't stop. So it's not like I can say, okay, 10 minutes and then it's gonna stop. Or I shouldn't say that. I can't say I'm gonna lay down and let it work its way through me until it stops moving. In my experience, it will just keep going, because I've tried that before, and I'm like laying there for like an hour or two and it's still moving intensely all over my body. It's like not gonna stop. I get the sense that I could do that all night and it would still be moving, or for days, really, even. And then lastly, and the reason why I'm talking about intention, by the way, is Kundalini is power, and it really, once it's something that is moving through you, it will reveal to you your purpose and your mission, your higher purpose and your mission, how you are best able to serve the world as a whole. That's what I've experienced for sure in my own life. I can't say what happens for other people, but I know for me, like the Kundalini really, if nothing else, has helped me to discover like how I am able to serve the world. What is my purpose? It's revealed to me that, and it's made me feel it strongly, and it's kind of helped me to be able to do that, kind of paved a way. So at night, so that's why in the morning I journal my intentions for the day, and I journal my overall vision for my life, because the Kundalini wants a purpose. It's not just life energy that wants to be dispersed, it wants to be directed. That's what I feel anyway. Or I am best serving the world when I'm directing the energy, and the Kundalini energy wants to serve the world because it's life energy. It wants to support and affirm life. My thoughts, my beliefs, I could be wrong, but that's what I'm feeling. So at night, I kind of do a similar process in my journal, where I look at my day and I think, where could I have been better? Where could I have done better and acted as my highest self? Where did I, mess up? Where did I hurt somebody's feelings? Where did I act in a way that wasn't so nice? Whatever it is, what could I have done better? And then I will kind of rehearse over that in my mind, me living that day again in a way that is my highest self. So I rehearse it in my mind, I go over it. And then as I'm falling asleep, I focus on my third eye. So I'm falling asleep and I am feeling love as much as possible, because we go to sleep. When you fall asleep, you carry whatever it is that you feel and think in the last few minutes before you fall asleep. You carry that throughout your night, and it gets embedded into your subconscious mind. It's very powerful what you are feeling and thinking in the last few minutes before you fall asleep. So I'm feeling love, and I'm just saying to myself something like, I'm in love with life. I'm in love with everything. I'm so grateful. Like, I just feel it as intensely as I can. And then I'm focusing on my third eye. And the reason I'm focusing on my third eye is because that helps me to have more prophetic, more intuitive and helpful dreams. And that's all a part of Kundalini energy moving also. So those are kind of my tips. That's my daily routine. Sometimes it gets a little mixed up and I'm not exactly able to stay on exactly that routine, but for the most part, that's pretty much it. And it has really, really helped me to raise the energy and to raise my vibration and to feel great. I mean, that's all part of raising a vibration anyway, but I feel amazing and I'm healthy and vibrant and radiant in a way that I've never been before. And outside, I mean, you can meditate all day long, but eventually you have to get to living. So it was important for me to figure out how I could do things outside of meditating that would help me to raise this energy. So there they are. Okay then. I'd love to know what it is that you do, what you've heard, what you've discovered, any questions that you have, anything you want to talk to me or tell others or whatever. Please share, comments below, like, subscribe, email me in the description. Remain awesome, and I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.